Hello everyone, this is Majreen Baloch from Pakistan and you're watching my YouTube channel Insani Ittihad. I am uploading this video after a long time, but like I said, I wanted to take some time out due to some personal things, and also I wanted to just see what can I do in terms of content and what things I should be talking about. So today the issue that I want to talk about is regarding the one-state solution versus two-state solution of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. So I wanted to give out my detailed view regarding what I feel about this. And it's for me, it's very difficult that I agree with people who have two-state solution in mind, but I also agree with people who are pro one-state solution, that Judea and Samaria, that is the entire West Bank, belongs to the Israeli side, the Jewish side, because all the main Jewish holy sites are situated in Jerusalem, is there basically. So yes, I do from a certain angle I do agree with the one state solution people, and on the other hand I also support a two-state solution, because I feel this conflict will not be resolved until or unless a Palestinian state is established. That the Israelis need to understand this is a very important point. The people who support the one-state solution, they actually don't realize that unintentionally they are actually supporting what Palestinians actually want. And Palestinians specifically are very wicked and cunning people. I mean, I'm sorry I'm using the word cunning. Actually, they're very clever. So I'm not going to use cunning, or I would say they're very clever. So they say, okay, one-state solution. If you want one-state solution, we're with you. And give us all the Palestinian nationality, along with all the rights of Israeli citizen holds. That includes the right to return and the birthright thing, the right to return of any Jewish. Basically, this Jewish state was established to give a safe home for Jews if they are persecuted in the future in anywhere in the world. So the Jews who are Israeli Jews get to have this sort of special leverage, because what happened in the Holocaust and what happened historically with them as a community, as a nation. So Israel actually allows any Jew to immigrate to Israel, given if he is persecuted or he's not feeling safe or whatever the reason is. So an Israeli Jew has the right to return to Israel, irrespective of any circumstances or any issues that he or she might have. Now the Palestinian Muslims as well as Palestinian Christians want, basically the Arabs want, they're not, Palestinian is a made up term, so the Arabs want that we should also be given this right, that all the Muslims who call, all the Muslim Arabs who call themselves Palestinians or associate themselves to Palestine, even if they're born in the US or any Western country, if they say that our ancestry is Palestinian, we should be given the right to return. And if Israel refuses to do that, they would say, okay, this is exactly the same thing which was happening in Nelson Mandela's time. There was this certain amount of people, a community of people based on their color, ethnicity, whatever, they were given special statuses, and the rest of the population was discriminated of not giving them those rights. So, and if Israel says, okay, fine, we will give you all the rights that a Jewish Israeli has, that means the 70% plus population of Jordan would be relocated to Israel. And if the Israelis are naive enough to think that the Jordanian Arabs won't come and claim their right to return, wake up. Seriously, I mean, I'm a Pakistani. I have not, explored many countries in the Middle East, but trust me, I think I know Arabs way better than you guys, despite the fact that you guys have lived with these people for like centuries. So I mean, that would be naive thinking. All the people who call themselves Palestinians, who call themselves refugees, who call themselves displaced people and have no citizenship of any of the neighboring countries, that includes Syria, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, and God knows somebody from Saudi Arabia would also be coming there. I was a Palestinian, I had a Palestinian ancestry, so I want a right of return. So eventually the Jews will become minority, and eventually the vote bank of Arabs will rapidly front into, the demographics would be completely changed if equal rights are given in a one-state solution to both Muslim Arabs and Israeli Jews. So that would be a complete disaster. So actually, the that phrase that Palestinians use, as that from river to the sea there will be Palestine, actually Israelis would be helping them out, including Rudy Rothman. Ironic, isn't it? So, but that will be happening. But I suggest the feasible, sustainable, acceptable, reasonable solution for this conflict would be a two-state solution. In that, what I consider a Palestinian state, or the second state, one is Israel, definitely. The other one I suggest should be Jordan. The reason why I say is because 70% of Jordan's population is already Palestinian origin. So, I mean, you call it Jordan, you call it United States of America, you call it Mars, you call it anything, but it is actually in reality a Palestinian state, a geography, a nation which has one ethnicity. It's not a 50-50, it's 70 plus. So it is a Palestinian state. Just rename Jordan as Palestine and you're done. And by the way, how ironic it is that the Jerusalem, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Jerusalem's places, like holy places, are not in the hands of PLA, the Palestinian Authority, but they are in the control of Jordanian Authority. So technically, if all the Jews immigrate out of, Judea and Samaria, that is Jerusalem area and some other parts, if they immigrate to Jordan, they would still have the control to, Al-Aqsa Mosque and all the holy sites. So it's basically a win-win solution for Palestinians, but they don't want that. They said, we already have Jordan, now we want the entire land up till the sea. So that's why they're like, okay, we're okay with the one-state solution, and just give us equal rights. Don't discriminate us. We don't deserve that. But this is, and if you discriminate in a one-state solution, then Israel is a apartheid state. So Israel will have to give them those rights that are given to Jews for certain reason. Jews said that the entire world in World War II discriminated us. They, the whole world denied them access, denied them shelter, denied them safety. That's why they came back to their ancestral lands for safety, home, and security. And now you want all the people to come back to that land and, you know, live with you happily. I mean, sometimes it's ironic when I hear people like, you know, people like that guy of Sula, and by the way, it's a very good channel. Everyone, it's highly recommended. Do watch the discussions and everything. But I'm so sorry to say, people like Adar are so naive. People like Ilya Sarkozy, who has this wonderful initiative called Muslim Jewish Conference, and I have attended twice. Amazing initiative, and people should go to that conference and, you know, have that conference should be there. Nevertheless, I have never seen the most naivest person on planet than Ilya Sarkozy. Seriously, peace is good. Being positive, being nice, being good is good. Being nice, polite, and everything, and being a peace lover is very good. Even being naive is a good, but one has to draw a limit. We cannot live in La La Land and, you know, imagine there are unicorns around us and there are princesses and, you know, the crystal slipper. No. For entertainment it looks nice, but when you get to the nitty-gritty and when you get into the real world and you actually want to solve problems, you actually want to create, you know, sustainable peace and sustainable, you know, livelihoods for all the people, then one must think practically. So I think a two-state solution is the solution, in which Jordan becomes a Palestinian state and Palestinians once and for all have their own state, just like the Israeli Jews have a home in this world. So, and I think it's quite easy. I mean, Israel was actually given this opportunity in the Six-Day War and in the Yom Kippur War. All Israelis, authority, and, you know, people at power should have done was twisted Egypt and Jordan's arms and put the pressure on the right people, get a solution. They could have easily got Egypt and Jordan agree to make Jordan the Palestinian state. They were the underdogs. Arabs lost the war. Israeli Jews won the war. They could have dictated this solution. They could have dictated these terms, which are, by the way, logical terms. This is the sustainable solution. Any other solution is not sustainable. Either it is one state or two state. I'm really sorry if I have offended anyone, but I think I have the right to speak some logical and sensible way about an issue which actually indirectly and both directly affects me as a Pakistani, as a Muslim, and as a woman. Please do think about it, comment on this video, but be respectful. Okay? I'm not a racist, by the way. Thank you very much.